YouTube, Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing a review on Feedback 5, which is a third-party software company that will send out and request reviews and feedback on your behalf. You link it up with your Amazon account. They charge a monthly fee. I thought this might be good with some of my private label type of products, my bundle products, pretty much anything to just kind of help boost them, get some product reviews. And I went into this, first up, I did not go into the software and really like dive deep. It's Q4. I wanted to set it up at the beginning of Q4, put some very specific items in there, let it go, and then kind of do an analysis about this time and then see if I want to use it going forward into the new year. The end answer is no. I was not super thrilled with it. It did do what it said it was going to do, but the cost versus what I got out of it just was not worth it for me. So I'm going to show you what I did, and then you be the judge whether you want to do it or not for you. If you do have a very brand new account and you are looking for reviews, it might be a way to boost that up for you. My account has quite a few reviews already. And unfortunately, before this, I have not tracked my previous feedback or reviews to have some really hard data to go by. I just kind of knew I was getting a few reviews. It was fine. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. And I'm like, maybe this will be a big difference. And it was not a big difference. It was not. It was barely measurable. So had I done some really good tracking data, I would say maybe 10% increase at best, maybe. And that's not on them. Their program ran. The feedback on Amazon is really slow to begin with. So I went from slow to just slightly less slow. It's not going to be outrageous. Now, that's not to say that if you paid up on their bigger programs that it wouldn't work, or if you did very targeted campaigns that it wouldn't work. I just find that I'm not going to be moving forward with them for several reasons, and we'll go over that in the video here. Okay, so this is what the website looks like, Feedback 5, get more reviews. You do get more reviews, but like I said, it was not amazing. And that could have been the way I set it up or the particular products that I was setting up, but I don't know. You be the judge of that if it's going to be right for your product. What really kicked me to the curb today and prompted this video, I was going to do this video in January, but I received this email in the morning and I'm like, no. I am tired of this. They keep trying to upcharge me, and that is irritating to me. I just really, come on. I just don't want you to upcharge. And they were going to start charging at a rate of less than a penny per email. But what gets me is if this is acceptable to you, no action is required. If you are fine with just taking my money, then no action is required. By the way, if you want to just send me money, that is fine too. I'm like, what the heck, guys? Come on. I don't really want to pay anymore. And they like to send out hundreds. I mean, that's their business. They're going to be sending out a ton of emails and whatnot to try and get that feedback for you. And they're going to charge appropriately. Where this kind of started, I've been doing manually on my private label items, doing a request for the feedback. And I was trying to gauge if that actually did anything. And if it did do anything, would it be better to automate? Because if I was spending an hour a day and this program cost $30 a month to do the same thing, then, you take 4 hours of my time versus $30 and weigh that option. And so I tried this, and really me requesting reviews didn't do a whole lot. This didn't do a whole lot. Getting reviews is just slow. I don't know. All right, this is the campaign that I did. I just called it PL Feedback and Review Request. It was very basic. We're going to do Amazon feedback and review. And I'm showing you the settings, so if you want to see what I did, so maybe you don't do that, or maybe you fix it, or if you see anything glaringly wrong with what I did, go ahead and let me know down below, because, I felt that it was a pretty basic campaign that I could see if this was something that interested me. And then my idea is if I did go forward to go in and be more specific and whatnot with it. So, you want to do send to the number of previous emails if there's been 0 emails sent. That way they didn't double send people who I had already requested from. And then only to orders created within the last 45 days. Never send to refunded orders. And then I had that the orders must contain a specific ASIN on this list. Now I did mess up at the beginning, and I had a few ASINs on there that were, somebody was at my door, that I thought was, I copied and pasted from a list that I was going on, and I had about 3, 4 in there that I didn't really want. And that's where a lot of my reviews came from those 3 or 4 items. Unfortunately, they blew a lot of the feedback on those items. And I'm like, great, now I've wasted a lot of my feedback, a lot of my emails, a lot of my allotted chunk on ones that I didn't really want. So that's user error. This is the plan that I signed up for. I signed up on the 10th of October, and my free trial ended on the 20th. My next billing was the 21st. So we did this all of November. We'll just say a good solid 2 months. So 60 days plus a little bit. So just under 90 days. A lot of the stats I was looking at were the 90 days, 90-day snapshots. I did the pro at $29.99, 1,500 emails. And that's where I'm like, okay, if I do the 1,500 emails, that's great. I just want to be capped at that. And there was no way to cap it. Hence the email. And this is not my first email. I got an email last month saying, we're going to charge you more because you're sending out too many emails. No. I just want to cap it at that. And that was not an option. So I really don't like that about the company either. Here's the main dashboard. This thing kept popping up and it was super annoying. Really, get the heck out of my face. I don't need to do this setup checklist. One, it wants me to monitor product reviews. I thought I was already doing that. Like, what else do you want me to do? I had clicked the button. I thought I was doing that. I guess I'm not. And then activate alerts. No, you already send me an email every single day. Every single day they would give you a feedback summary. And it was very disheartening because every single day it was like, and we sent out 500 emails and nothing got reviewed and no feedback and no reviews. Every once in a while I'd get a 1Z or 2Z, as you'll see with the stats. But for the most part, no. And my ratio of positive to negative was not amazing. So this is the last 7 days. This is Q4, height of the sales. I got 5 positive feedback, 2 positive product reviews. So seven responses out of 630 emails. I got 7. So was that worth, well, I don't know. You'd have to divide 30 into 4. What was that? 15, $7.50 a week. $7.50 a week for 7 responses. That's over $1 a response out of 600 emails sent. So was it worth it? Would those people have already reviewed anyways? I don't know. That's too high, too expensive in my opinion for those. Let's see here. The next one. Okay. This was the main dashboard, and then I blew it up on this one and put the last 90 days. So you get to see the last 90 days. In the last 90 days, and I did not math this out for you guys, and I'm not going to even try to do it on my head. They sent out 4,701 emails, and I got whatever 36 plus 7 is, what is that? 7, 15, 40, 45. 45 positives. I got 2 negative reviews on a product review. I did get some negative feedback, but I removed them from my dashboard, and I don't think they were in response to feedback 5. So that was another one hard to tell if this was like my total feedback or was this my feedback just off of feedback 5. I didn't dive into that, for this purposes of this video. I'm telling you what I did dive into, what I didn't dive into. I did not tally up how many reviews I got in the last 90 days outside of feedback 5, or if this dashboard grabbed all of them, whether it was from their emails or not, which would be a thing that they could add in, like, hey, our program accounted for 90% of your feedback. That would have been an interesting stat to know, helpful in making these types of decisions. All right, so what did we say? That was 45, 46, 47, 47 responses out of 4,701. Again, that ratio, I don't know what that is percent-wise, but not good. If you came home from a quiz and you said you got 47 out of 4,700 points available, that would not be a good quiz score. Orders imported, daily order average, sales, what is this, current email list limit. You could click on all these boxes. I really didn't like their UI, their user interface. I didn't like all the questions that I had. I'd poke around. I just get frustrated and leave. Like I don't have time to try and guess like this one. I don't have time to go and count up my positive feedback in the last 90 days and then try to compare it to yours to see what your program did for me that I'm paying you for. Anyhow, that's my rant on that. All right, going into this, we've got feedback, positive and negative. Why is this not reflected on here? Because up here it said we had 2, and then we've got, oh, this is feedback. Was feedback not on here? Okay, product reviews, negative feedback. So we've got negative feedback here, and it's definitely more than 0 on this chart. So it just didn't add up. Just didn't add up. I think I just copied and pasted this part, not this. Ignore this down part. When I copied and pasted, I should have cropped it a little better, but that's all right. I'm sure you guys can follow this easy charts. So it says, we got negative feedback there, but it's got to be the total because I don't have any negative feedback in the last 60 days that has not been stricken through. A lot of it, like FBA, my order didn't come on time. Amazon automatically strikes those through. So at the most, I got 2 feedback in a day. Again, it doesn't tell me what was organic and what wasn't. Product reviews in the last 90 days. The top 3 were ones that I messed up on. Those were the ones that they were not my item. They were just like retail arbitrage type items, and they weren't mine and I accidentally had them in that campaign, and I took them out. I think I realized it was after the trial period, but it was definitely before Veterans Day. And for whatever reason, people really liked reviewing this top product. I got a 50-50 on this one, a negative on this one, and 1 there. So this was the only one that was worth anything to me out of all of these. So there we go. That's why I am not super happy with this. That's all right. Okay, so positive reviews, product reviews, and I was really more interested in the product reviews and the feedback because my idea was to launch new products, get feedback for those, get product reviews for those products, get advertising going, and really have them launch during Q4. And this just didn't. It was like not a huge one. We've got solicited. Yeah, 4,261. So what was this up here? 4,701. So we had 600 pending. I don't know why it's 500 less than this, even though doesn't match. And if you add pending plus that, those numbers don't match either. So again, more questions than answers. And I did not take the time to try and talk to them or watch YouTube videos or any of that. It's like, I just don't have time for that. This is second to the last one. Up here, kind of give you a little thing on 7 days, 30 days, 60 days. So in the last 60 days, I had 27 happy people, 16 happy people, and 5 in the last 7 days. Again, not for sending out those amount of emails, not really impressive. I kept getting these errors. I kept getting emails like, we're going to charge you more for going over your limit. Please upgrade your account. You could do more. The email spam was for real, and the errors popping up were for real. I mean, every time I'd get a little pop up. Ugh, just irritating. And then product reviews versus total ratings. What is this one? Okay, so my total is going up. Yeah, I don't know, another worthless piece of graph. The last kicker was, I'm like, okay, done with this. We tried it for 60 days. Don't really like it. Don't need to move forward. It did what it said it was going to do. Let me go ahead and cancel. If you want to cancel, you have to go contact them and tell them the reason for the cancellation. And really, I did not expect, hold on, I'll go back. I expected better. You know, I'm not paid for or sponsored or in affiliation with Feedback 5 at no means at whatsoever. I am just a seller on Amazon, and I was not thrilled with their service. I have now explained to you why I wasn't thrilled with their service. You may have a different experience, and that's up to you. But if you are kind of thinking about getting into this, they do have a 7-day free trial. Not a whole lot got done in the first 7 days, to be honest. It was a lot of setup. There wasn't really anything that you could tell that was amazing in the 7 days. Uh, I did it for, what was it, a little over 60 days. We'll say 75 days, give or take. And I felt that I gave it a really good, dipping my toes in the water to see if this is for me. And it's not for me. That's it. So we'll leave it there. And you guys make your own decision. Leave me any comments or questions. If I get enough comments that say, hey, you did it completely wrong or whatnot, then I will reevaluate at that time. But for now, we're going to move on. I do go through kind of all these things in the beginning of January and just kind of look at what software was good, what software was not good. Cutting $30 a month out of my budget was not huge. But I feel that if I was going to really optimize Feedback 5, I'd need a much higher plan. And I don't really feel that the feedback that they got from their system was worth that higher dollar amount. All right, guys, take care. Have an amazing day.